That is where Christmas took its next major step. How did the Roman festival Saturnalia shape Christmas?
When Rome rose to power, it brought its own winter celebration. The festival was called Saturnalia. This was not a small event. It was one of the biggest and wildest celebrations in the Roman world. It lasted for days and sometimes stretched into a full week. Saturnalia honored Saturn, the god of farming and wealth. The festival came at the end of the harvest season. Food was stored, work slowed down, and people finally had a moment to breathe, so they celebrated hard. During Saturnalia, normal rules did not matter. People filled the streets. They danced, they drank, they played games, and they sang loud songs. There was no shame in being joyful. Even serious men who spent the whole year trying to look important joined in. Gift-giving became a major part of Saturnalia. People handed out candles, dolls, and small items to show kindness. This is one of the earliest roots of the modern Christmas gifts. Even the spirit of joy, freedom, and release came from Saturnalia. The idea of taking a break from work and spending time with family came from Rome, not Bethlehem. Saturnalia used green and red as its main colors. Plants and candles were key symbols. They represented light in the darkness and hope during winter. Those same symbols still appear in Christmas today. As Christianity began to spread, the church ran into a powerful reality. Saturnalia was deeply loved. It was too rooted in daily life to erase and too popular to confront. The church had a choice, and that choice changed the history of Christmas forever.
Now let's talk about what the church decided to do. How did the church deal with pagan traditions?
The spread of Christianity brought a difficult reality. Church leaders wanted expansion, but they were working within cultures built on centuries-old traditions. Winter celebrations stood in the church's way. Saturnalia and solstice rituals brought warmth, food, and relief from labor during the darkest time of year. These customs were deeply rooted, and people refused to let them go. The early church could not outlaw these celebrations because people would rebel. They would walk away from the new faith. So the church chose a different path. They decided to work with the traditions instead of fighting them. Church leaders asked one simple question: if we cannot end these festivals, how do we control them? The solution was strategic. The church kept the time of year, allowed people to celebrate, and replaced the old meanings with a Christian message. This strategy was used many times across different cultures. It was a way to make Christianity easier to accept. Keep the same date and keep some of the same traditions, but add a new story. The church knew that if people kept celebrating in December, those celebrations needed to point to Christianity, not Saturn, not the sun, and not the old gods. They needed a Christian meaning strong enough to stand beside these traditions. So the church leaders made a defining move by linking the biggest celebration of the year to the birth of Jesus, even though the Bible gives no winter date and never mentions December.
That's a wrap, history seekers. Stay tuned at Getting to the Roots for the truth they left out. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.